Hello everyone, welcome to Master for India Private Limited. Today in this video, we will be seeing the installation procedure of catenary ending clamp used by Indian Railways. This video is prepared for demonstration purpose only. We request you to read the installation manual associated with this video. As you can see over the screen, we are having a catenary ending clamp. The railway identification number of this clamp is 1120 and the product conforms to the RDSO approved drawing ETI OHEP 1120. As you can see, I'm having the catenary ending clamp. The assembly here, the RI number is mentioned of the body 1121 with a Mazdrofer logo for the identification of the product. Means this product has been manufactured by Mazdrofer. Same is the case for the socket. This is the thread part. So while opening, we can just examine the play of the product. These are the necessary precautions to be taken before the installation. We need to check the threads. There should not be any damage to the threads. Okay, this one is found satisfactory. Same is the case with the cone. As this is a locking device, there should not be any damage to the threads, or the impressions should be proper. And you should examine the product and you should verify that it having a slot on both the sides in this manner. Further, during the installation, we need some necessary tools. As you can see over the screen, I'm having a hacksaw for cutting the catenary wire. I'm having a vernier caliper as well as a measuring tape for measuring purpose, a marker for marking, a hose clip and screwdriver for locking of the catenary wire to avoid any opening of the strands. If hose clips are not available, you can use a steel wire also, which is easily available at the sides. We are having a steel wool and a polishing paper if the catenary wire needs any kind of polishing before installation. We are having a flat file for clearing out the sharp edges or burrs which are remaining inside the cones or any sharp edges at the catenary wire. Same manner, we are using adjustable spanner for locking of the hex portion of the socket and the body, so that we can ensure the assembly is being done properly. As a part of the installation procedure, firstly in step 1 we will insert the catenary joint socket 1092 to the catenary wire in this manner. Then we will have a marking 125 mm and before opening the outer strands of the wire, we will lock the catenary wire at 125 mm. So as you can see, I have locked the catenary wire at 125 mm using hose clip. Now we will open the outer strands of the catenary wire. So as you can see, we have opened the outer strands, and over the inner core we will just assemble this 1094, and we request you not to hammer this particular cone. If you're hammering it or you're pressuring the tip of the cone using a plier, then it is a wrong practice. We'll just wrap again. So the necessary precaution that is to be taken when you wrap this outer strands, again like this, strands should not get stuck in between the slot. It can damage the strand and which can result to further loosening of the catenary wire, and it can damage the cone as well. So as you can see, I have wrapped the outer strands over the 1094, and now we will remove the hose clip as the purpose of the hose clip is complete. Now we will just lock the socket to the over the cone in this manner. Keep ensuring that all the strands are uniformly distributed and none of the strands are stuck in between the slots of 1094. You have to just keep on examining the same. As you can see, the cone is a bit outside the socket. We request you not to hammer this assembly, and during the assembly with 1121 catenary body, this will automatically get fixed. So now we will assemble this portion with the catenary ending clamp body, and as I'm having a cut piece right now, I can hold this wire, but I don't think practically at the side it's possible. So we request you to hold the socket portion and assemble the 1121 in this manner. Now the balance assembly has to be done using a spanner. So we have assembled the 1120 clamp with the catenary wire, and before erection it is recommended that we could examine the catenary wire. Is there any dents again or any sharp tool mark that can cause future damage? As a demo, I can show you the assembly of the catenary clamp with a plate, demo plate, this manner. And it is recommended that you need to ensure that there is no any twisting moment over the clevis of the catenary clamp that can damage during the erection or in future also if any of the hair cracks are developed during the erection. So as a demonstration part, this was the video which we have prepared for the installation procedure of 1120 catenary ending clamp, and in continuation we can prepare the installation procedure of feeder wire ending clamp 1130. Thank you so much.